I don't think we'll see Floyd again. I think he's contributed an incredible amount to the sport over the last 22 years, sort of given us the most memorable events in recent history. And I think he's satisfied with where his career is, where his legacy is, and he's sort of moved on. He may wake up one day and get the itch, but everything that I've heard from him says he's satisfied. He's the best in his generation, one of the all-time greats, and there's not much left to prove.
Do you have a favorite event that you guys did with him? Or a favorite experience or anything?
There's a lot of them. We did the Canelo event. We went on the 10 City Press Tour, which everyone remembers the McGregor Press Tour, but the Canelo Press Tour was an experience as well. That was it was either 9 or 10 cities in 10 days, internationally. Going down to Mexico City, and it was a great experience. It's a return to sort of the old time promotion. Then you can't argue with the atmosphere and all the hype of Mayweather McGregor, the worldwide attention of Mayweather Pacquiao. There's a lot of moments. It's tough to choose the top one.
I actually lied. I have one more question just because I thought of it. Why is there so much confusion between Dana White and I mean, it doesn't seem like you have any confusion, but there's all this talk about the pay-per-view numbers that Dana's trying to say, oh, it did more, it's the biggest. You're saying, nah, it's not.
I'm confused too, because we all get the same accounting statements. UFC gets them, we get them, and if I'm making up numbers and I'd be in big trouble, corporate-wise. You can't do that as a public company. But on top of that, if the statements don't back up what I'm saying, then everyone can correct it. So I'm confused why he would say he's not sure about the numbers, because they're in black and white. We all have access to them.
When you hear him say things like that, I mean, I know obviously you're willing to do business with everyone, but when you hear him say things like that, does that make it difficult when he's talking about getting into boxing?
No. At the end of the day, people go to Showtime to get the best programming, and I wouldn't be doing my job. I certainly wouldn't be supporting the sport if I let personal feelings get in the way of making the best fights. So, no, Dana's got his style, and he's outspoken, he's passionate, he's enthusiastic about the sport. If he's got some ideas on how to improve the sport, then I'm all for it. And if he's part of making another huge fight, happy to work with him.
Do you have any idea of how he can actually get into? I mean, he has no fighters, at least no boxers anyway. So, how is he actually going to get into the sport if he doesn't have any fighters?
Yeah, I mean, that's anybody can become a promoter, and but you're not a promoter until you've got fighters and you've got events. So look, you can never count him out or doubt him. What they've built, he and the Fertittas built with the UFC is something we haven't seen in sort of modern sports. Combat sports and modern sports. So I would never underestimate him. There's a lot of interest in this sport, a lot of networks that are involved, and a lot of fan interest and new fans coming to the sport. So the opportunities are there, and if he's really committed to it, he'll figure it out. I have no doubt.
Thanks, Steve. That's all I got.
Okay.
We're in the semifinals now. How close is this the semifinals for the heavyweight division? And will we see how close are we seeing maybe late fall or early winter Deontay Wilder after Joshua?
Yeah, I think we're close to being able to lock down the Joshua fight. We're in negotiations, but I do expect that we're going to be able to get it. And then it's a great bookend for March. You start off the month with two of the top four heavyweights. You end it with two of the top four heavyweights. Between those two fights, you've got all four heavyweight titles, and a clear path, sort of an obvious path to have that matchup. So whether it happens as the next fight or another fight or two down the line, I'm very confident it will happen, and I'm confident that both guys are going, to move to that fight pretty quickly. I can't say that it's going to be the next fight or the second fight, but I don't think there's going to be a dragged out process. I mean, it's the obvious fight. Both guys realize that, and I think we'll see it relatively quickly.
Okay, now, Earl Spence and Lamont Peterson talked about people avoiding them at 147. It's your job to put the zero before the number.
Yeah.
How can we see these great fighters at 147 fight each other and you holding the bag?
Yeah, I think part of it is timing. So Errol went through a point last year where a lot of people weren't stepping up. In terms of this fight here, we all know Keith's still rehabbing. So he was sort of out of the conversation. But if you look at the guys in the division, Keith, Danny, Sean, none of those guys are known to avoid fights. So maybe an opportunity didn't work out here or there, but Keith is just coming off of Sean Porter and Danny Garcia back to back. Sean Porter has never shied away from anybody. He'll fight anybody. Danny Garcia, again, you look at his resume, including at 140, and he's never shied away from anybody. So, I understand Errol's frustration, but these guys, they're not guys who are running from a fight. I think we will see unification in the welterweight division, this year.
Okay, a fun question. This is my last question. Has Floyd ever invited you out to his gentleman's club? Since you guys are best friends in terms of money.
You know what? I have not, but he's been in training a lot of times when I'm out in Vegas. Now, as a retired business owner, maybe we'll have an opportunity to have a drink or dinner, and he can run me through the business plan. Who knows? Maybe I'll invest.
Thank you, Steven.